be live, which is great. Okay, so now I gotta do this little thing. Okay. Okay, this works. Everything should work. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Stream started. Just gotta do this one last. Feed jump. It should be fine. Okay. Main episode it has screen and two scenes, basically obvious stuff. Anyway, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah.
Good, good, very good. I just don't know really. Can you speak for a sec?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you might be just too loud for my headphones, but it's fine for OBS. So, all right. Yep. Back to this. Okay. Finally, after a week, it's another stream with you, and we got Mexican Grand Prix predictions to do. So we talked about USGP last time with Lebanon, like 2 days ago. I just want your general thoughts on the Grand Prix.
Yeah, good Grand Prix. Bit rubbish about all the disqualifications, but I guess them the rules. Yeah, it was exciting, but also maybe Verstappen needs to start 10th every race to actually make it very exciting.
Yeah. Okay. As you might have seen, I gained quite a bit of points on you.
You did.
In the scoring, it means I'm only 2 points behind now, which is yeah, well, it's at least
If I lose thanks to that Lawson thing, I'm gonna be fuming.
Wait, the Lawson in what? Lazy versus Qatar.
In Japan, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, at least there's a title fight here. Unfortunately, there's no title fight. Really fun. Yep. Okay. I guess we can move on to the predictions themselves. Mexican Grand Prix. Your general thoughts on the Grand Prix and the circuit itself.
Interesting track. I am excited for Mercedes because they seemed very quick in the straight in America, long straight for Mexico. Obviously, the issue with this Grand Prix is it's very high up. It's the most high up Grand Prix, and that means there's basically no air. So DRS is useless. So it'd be interesting to see actually how Red Bull do, although it's been a while since their DRS has been basically the best thing ever and unstoppable. It seems to be a bit more on the level now to everyone else, which is a bit interesting. But I'm excited for this Grand Prix. There's a chance that it won't be Verstappen, but let's be honest, it probably still will be.
Yeah, yeah, good roundup. I think, yeah, when you mentioned Mercedes, I think that was a really good mention because yeah, Mercedes was one of those teams that gained the least from an open DRS. Basically, they should have an advantage of the DRS not being as effective here.
But also, Hamilton was the quickest in the straight out of the top teams in America, so it'd be interesting to see if he's still got that.
Yeah, for sure. The America seemed really, really good for the Mercedes. Hopefully, we'll get another. I mean, I'm not like too optimistic. I know I was very optimistic for US Grand Prix. I thought it would be like a good race, and it was. But I'm just not really optimistic about this one being as close as it was in Austin. So. Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be proven wrong. I hope it's gonna be a great race and hopefully a new winner season.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, okay. When it comes to the track, yeah, high altitude. like 2+ kilometers above sea level, which means the air is really thin. Yeah. The track
By
itself.
far the highest track, isn't it? It's like 5 times the height of the second highest track.
Yeah, I think the second highest should be Austria, which is like in the mountains, and I've been there. It's quite high up, but still, like being 2 kilometers above sea level is just it's not as visible there because it's like a it's pretty flat when it comes to Mexico City, but like the high altitude really is feelable. Yeah, I'm struggling. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, okay. The track itself, as Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Anyway, the Mexican GB track, I don't really enjoy it as much as Austin, obviously. The track, it's like, I really don't like Sector 2, especially the slow speed corners after the two long straights. I really hate that section. It basically kills off all this overtaking that's been done. And if there's any kind of attempt of an overtake, it mostly ends up in a crash, which is not too good. Oh well, Sector 3 is fine. Sector 1 is, I mean, two straights, two corners, not very much to see there. I guess we can move on to the predictions themselves.
Obviously, got the amazing stadium section as well, which
yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's one unique thing about the circuit. Basically, the cars end up there instead of being in the pit lane for victories. Basically.
yes. And I remember, I'm not sure if they still do, but I can't remember the last race. But they used to take the cars up to the top.
Yeah, is the elevator. I think it's still working. I think we saw it last year. It's probably gonna happen again. Alright, I guess we can move on to the predictions. Okay, we have mentioned all the most important things. Obviously, from the news, nothing really much except Verstappen having bodyguards, which is interesting, to say the least. Yeah, any thoughts?
I'm guessing it's after he might have got threats after Brazil last year with the whole Paris situation. So, it's for safety. I understand.
Yeah, it's probably for safety, but I just don't really see anyone getting close to Max. Like, imagine risking your your safety and someone else's safety just to uh hurt someone over a sport. It's just
People have done far worse for far less.
well, yeah. Whenever you're doing something like that, you basically end up in prison for quite a good chunk of time, and throwing your freedom for such a stupid thing. How can a person be that stupid? I just kind of think. Um, yeah. Oh well, that's about it for the news, I guess. Yeah. Let's move on to the predictions themselves. Adrian, your pole position for Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh well, it has to be him, doesn't it? So, he had an off chance this weekend, but I still think he's probably going to get pole. And I think betting against him's a silly idea, as we've shown in the past. So it's going to be Verstappen.
Yep. Even though he didn't get pole position last time, I think it's pretty much. I don't think it's going to be like that far away, but at least 3/10 of a second ahead of P2 is possible because it's Max, and basically when it comes to Red Bull and Mexico, they seem to be really quick every single year they've been there, no matter what car they have. So they probably know how to set up the car the best for the track.
Yeah,
definitely. Predictions are missing, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay. The boring stuff out. Boring stuff gone. Your P2.
I'm actually having a difficult time deciding because I think for me, Hamilton is going to be very quick this weekend. As I said, he's just found this car upgrade amazing, and he won't tell you otherwise. I think the Ferraris are really quick in qualifying, so they sort of build up. They're quite a lot slower in the race, unfortunately. But and obviously there's the chance Norris always performs,
Yeah.
especially in quali. So it is a toss up between several drivers, and it's really difficult for me to actually like have one that I'm going, yes, that is the driver. But I'm going to put my bets on Norris just because. Oh, it is. How is the McLaren going to fail on this track? That's what I've got to think. The corners at the last section, the second section, they're going to be pretty quick because the corners. You know what? I'll put it out there. I'll put Hamilton. I'll change my mind last second. Hamilton for P2.
Okay. Okay. Well. Since you changed it the last second, I kind of need to do as well because if I want to catch up, I need to have some different predictions. Originally, I had Hamilton P2, so yeah, I'm gonna.
Whoa! Why am I going first then?
Yeah, obviously, you agreed to it before, so I guess, yeah. Okay. I'm happy with viewing first in this case. All right. George Russell, obviously, same reasoning. Mercedes, I think, will be very quick and around this track. I think Russell needs kind of a redemption after last few
It's
races.
an interesting pick because he was very much slower than Hamilton.
Yep, exactly.
In USA.
I just don't think it was something that is supposed to happen. Like, the gap between Russell and Lewis was really big in last time out. So, yeah, I just hope Russell has some kind of redemption so he doesn't end up with like P8 in the standings. Imagine your teammate finishes P2 and you finish like P8 in the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell needs some good result. Alright, you're P3 because you go ahead. You go first.
This is tactical. I can tell you're going different to me. I will go Norris in P3. I won't change my mind this time. It is an interesting race for McLaren because they're obviously quite quick in the corners and so on, in high-speed corners, a bit slower in low-speed corners. So interesting for Norris going into this one, but I think he's it's still Norris. He somehow manages to find a way.
Yeah. Yeah, good pick. When it comes to my pick, okay, so since I originally had Hamilton P2 and R4 had, well, I had things switched up, but now like I can switch things up again. Well, Hamilton for P3. Well, it's a pretty much a safe bet because Lewis has been doing really well in the last few races and quality as well. When it comes to Austin, he was like in second of pole in both instances. He got like P3 and in the sprint and P2 in the race or like something like that. And
Yeah.
I think it's gonna carry on. Just Russell is gonna have a good weekend. Finally.
Okay.
That's my reason.
We do have a slight issue with. Well, it's not a slight issue, but I love the fact that sometimes you can be completely wrong. So you might be completely wrong, and Russell's way slower than Hamilton, but you'll get the point because Norris gets P2.
Yeah.
So I always find that interesting. My next one is kind of a battle between Leclerc and Sainz. As I've said, the Ferrari seem quick in qualifying. I'm going to probably end up giving it Leclerc just because he looks a bit more into it currently. You know, he got the P1 in quali, obviously dropped off massively and ended up being disqualified. So he had the bit between his teeth as well as Hamilton. Sainz is definitely one to watch out for as well. To be honest, I wish I could put them both here because I think it's a safe bet this might be a Ferrari slot. But yeah, that's my point of view.
Okay. 4 different teams in top 4. I really like that. And yep. Obviously, I'm going different to you this one again.
I hate this. I need to go second.
Picking Norris for P4. Pretty much the same reasoning as you had for putting P3. I think it's even if McLaren is not like the second best car, it's been like, quite a few races this season. I think it's the magic of Norris in qualifying. It just finds a way to be up there no matter what. So yeah, I just feel like Mercedes are going to be the second best car, but still Norris. Second row is pretty much possible. Yep.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
Well, my next pick, it's his home race. I was tempted to put in P2, but I'm not taking that risk. It is still a risk to put him in P5, but we'll go with Perez. I just think, he's got something to prove this weekend. Will he prove it? Probably not. But still his home race, still have the fans behind him. A P5 is, the least he can do, really.
Yeah.
It would still be incredibly disappointing, I would like to say, but...
Yeah, I have no faith in Perez. Basically,
no, I know you don't. Yeah.
I haven't put him in the top 5 for quite a few races now. I think ever since, what was it? Let me see. Yeah, last time I put him in the top 5 was for Singapore. Went on P4. And after that, I just refused to put him in top 5 for anything, so I'm not gonna return to that. I'm just gonna pick Charles for P5. Basically copying your second to 4 with my further bit.
Look at this. Look at this, everyone. This tactical genius. I'm making you do the race first. That's what I've decided.
Okay, I can work with that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I guess I have to agree on that. Since I've been abusing this predictions like quite a few times.
I mean, I could definitely say who I think is winning the race first because I think we'll agree on that. But
yeah, I mean, you can copy me for P1 of the race. I don't mind. It's pretty much something that everyone would do. I don't think anyone is pushing Max this weekend. I don't think it's going to get a Grand Slam, but I think it's pretty much another Verstappen.
The banana goes for some risky plays every now and again.
Yeah, I mean, always picks Perez in his top 5s for some reason. Always picks Perez. Yeah, so I think put in P5, like a P5 in the last time he got P4. I mean, one position off. Also, I want to mention that Lebanon lost a lot of points last time due to FIA being F5. Like, when it goes to Norris P3, I think Perez P5, and quality as well. Norris Hamilton. Well, yeah, because of Max like losing his time. Basically, he lost 2 points and I getting the 2. So he also lost 2 points. Basically, I got lucky in that one. Okay, back to Mexican GP. I guess I will pick the P2 now because P1 there's not much to say. So okay. Since I cannot really see your predictions, I have to decide.
I have some in my head, by the way. I'm not going to go off it what you say. I know exactly the order I want to put.
Okay, safe bet would be, I guess Hamilton, P2. And it's, I don't expect Russell to beat Hamilton in race pace. I just like they're going to be closer this weekend. Russell seems to fall behind the races quite a few times. So
yeah, definitely. I don't know the head-to-head, but I think it is very much Hamilton in the race. Well, we know on points, basically, that it's definitely Hamilton in the race. But
yeah.
I'm also going for Hamilton. Not changing my mind from qualifying. Sometimes my strategy becomes if I just chuck them about a bunch, then I'm going to get some right, basically. So I put Hamilton in Q3 for qualifying, but then put Russell for Q3 in the race or P3 in the race. it's a tactic you can do. But I think for me, Hamilton is definitely going to shock everyone. I think we'll get to that later. But yeah, I think he's going to do really well and probably keep up with Verstappen a lot of the race. We saw it this Grand Prix, obviously mainly in the sprint race, but he was definitely keeping up with Verstappen for a lot longer than a lot of drivers have been able to this season.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Hamilton P2. I think it's one of the safest picks you can have at this point. It's either Lando or Hamilton. I think Mercedes is going to be the superior car this track. So
He'll probably
yeah,
get kicked off the podium again, though.
yeah. Hopefully not. I was really sad about Hamilton DSQ. Also Leclerc, obviously, because I mean, putting in one stop by Ferrari, pretty much tortured the entire race, and then just got disqualified. Like that must have hurt. Yeah. Okay. P3. Well, we're just gonna switch them up. I guess I'll pick Russell for P3.
Okay. Okay, that's a pick. Yeah, I can see that. Any reason? Just that they'll swap in the race, I'm guessing.
I'm actually thinking Hamilton will get a great start and lead from lap one, but then Max is gonna overtake him. Basically, Max is gonna have
Okay.
better pace to overtake Hamilton and win.
Well, it tends to be the case that if you start Q3, you do really well, don't you?
Yeah, and he starts
So
in my predictions. Okay.
yeah, I think that's that's what I'm saying. Hamilton overtaking Russell would make sense. I don't know why. I'm going a bit sorry, a bit boring. I'm going to put. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to go Perez.
Home podium. Okay.
Home podium. I know it's silly, and I know Le Banana's the only person that tends to put Perez in, but it's his home race. He has to do something. Surely he has to do something.
Surely.
So hopefully, I'm hoping beyond hope that he does a little
Yeah. Okay.
shocks everyone.
I'm really happy you didn't win with the same picks as I did, because that would mean basically no points gained on you. And I'm really happy you went with Perez, because I'm pretty sure Perez is not gonna just suddenly return to form and get podiums. I mean, it might happen.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's his home race, but still, like Perez.
Fair enough.
I just can't really see that. And when it comes to my P4, yeah, no Perez here either. For me, it's Fernando. Oh, sorry. Well, he's gonna have a pretty quiet race. Like, well, not miles ahead of everyone or behind everyone, but I think it's gonna be like a considerable gap between him and P3 and him and P5. Well, that's my pick.
You saw I was going to put him in P3, so I hope you don't mind if I put him in P4 because I think he's.
I don't really like this, but I mean, it's your prediction. It's fair.
Well, I was going to put him in P3. I literally put him in and then changed. So, like,
well,
I'm valid for the fact that I think he's going to be quick.
Okay. I probably should have played this differently, but I just went with Lando P4 because actually in this case.
Yeah. To be fair, it's on you. You saw me put him in P3. If you're trying to be tactical, I know. I think he's quick.
Well, in this case, the tactic is that I don't lose points, because if it happens, you get a point, and if I guess Norris P4 as well, we will get points. But technically,
exactly,
I cannot lose points to you in this case.
Yeah, exactly, and I can't lose points to you. It's basically the same. I don't know how this has become a very big competition instead of predictions, but we'll go with it. Yeah, I think Norris is going to just very quick. I don't really have much more to say. You basically we didn't really even sum it up, but yeah.
And there's nothing to sum up. Just McLaren is a strong car and Lando is a great driver. That's about it.
Yes.
Okay. since I have to go different P5, I'm gonna pick someone you wouldn't pick yourself. I'm pretty sure about that. Because I don't think you're picking a Ferrari. Because obviously they're slow in the race and they also have a grid penalties coming in for engine penalties or whatever. So I doubt they're gonna pick just P5. So I'm thinking you're gonna pick Russell or Piastri for P5. And therefore, I'm gonna pick Alonso for P5. Just
Oh,
just because I believe those Aston upgrades that Stroll showed in the Sunday of Austin, those may actually be pretty good. Not quite where they've been at the start of the season, but maybe in the fight.
oh, I think that's a very risky pick for you, especially considering how slow they both were at Austin.
I'm just I'm just hoping the well
I mean,
when it comes when it comes to the pace they showed, basically it was Stroll was like matching Norris in pace and clean air. I don't know how truthful that is, but if it's like anywhere near the true, I assume Alonso would be even faster with that floor. So technically, it could happen. I don't know.
can I ask what for the last race? What did you decide? Who was the least impressive driver?
Okay, leading person track for US Grand Prix.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we both picked Russell, like me and Banana. We agreed on Russell.
Okay, I would have picked Alonso. Just obviously he
Um,
DNF'd, but he was just slow throughout the weekend as well. But I think Russell's a good pick as well. I would say.
I mean, Alonso would finish what is now after this qualification as P6 from a pit lane start. And I mean, I don't know. Well,
Eh, and what was your least impressive team?
um, I think we discussed many teams, but I think I agreed on Haas just because how much hype the upgrades brought, and they basically went even slower. And I think Banana went with either them or like someone else. I actually don't remember. Maybe Aston. I don't know.
Alfa Romeo, I would go for.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. Yeah, that pretty much the slowest car of the weekend.
The only team that didn't get points apart from the Haas, which you'd expect not to get points.
Yeah.
I was just asking just because I was interested. I'm gonna go for Russell. I think
Okay.
he's he's good. Piastri seem to have a tough weekend with banging into people, so I just can't trust him to not do that this week as well.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a shout for least impressive as well because yeah, just kept crashing.
Yeah, that was another great weekend for us. Actually, my dad called me, but I think it could wait a bit. So perhaps we can finish this in like 10 to 15 minutes. I guess we can
We
move
can
on.
fast forward the next bit if you want.
Probably should. Okay, most impressive driver. Actually, not picking anyone from top five for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Um, my safe bet would be someone from midfield. When it comes to Mexico, yeah, it's a try, and I don't know what car it could suit. Maybe Alpine Williams, AlphaTauri. I don't know. I picked someone that I just hope does well. I'm picking Daniel Ricciardo. Just I really hope he does well for his on his return. That's just
Okay.
thoughts at this point.
Can I quickly ask if Hamilton comes second and it's close? Is that impressive enough?
Well,
Because I know we get into tussles about this.
yeah, my most impressive driver for Austin was Hamilton. If he has a similar weekend, probably, but in this case, he got qualified by Russell and, well, didn't, in my prediction,
That's for you.
didn't
Yeah.
challenge for the win.
Okay, for safety reasons, I'll go with the other side of the AlphaTauri garage, Sonoda, who I really rate and feel like should be in a better car. Either I think we've discussed it. I think he should go to Williams or Red Bull should promote him. So I'm going to go for Sonoda.
Okay. Well, least impressive driver, I haven't really thought about this beforehand, so the pick it straight up vibes that I think of as of this moment. Um, I don't know why, but I don't know. I
That's
just feel
fair. That's
like
fair.
he's gonna have some kind of lap one incident. He may end up in the grass or gravel or whatever. Just science things. Just gonna have an unfortunate weekend combined with Ferraris being slow and himself not performing. Just like Russell in like Austin, but imagine Mercedes being slow that weekend as well.
That's fair. I like that. I am going for. Look, my brother's a fanboy of this guy, and he said that he'd be the worst driver, so that's saying something. I'm going to go for Ocon, who had a few incidents this weekend as well. So you know what? I think the fact my brother said that he thinks he's going to be least impressive, and he's like his third favorite driver on the grid, I think is saying something. So Ocon it is.
Okay. Well, when it comes to Alpine, I just can't really see their drivers having consecutive good weekends or bad weekends when it comes to this. I think it's gonna be like Ocon and Gasly basically switching every single weekend who's the better driver.
Okay, that's fair.
Since it was well, Ocon would have probably finished ahead of Gasly last time, but since at the end,
Well, he was in the it wasn't purely Piastri's fault for the crash.
I would say it's actually more on Ocon's side.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, just when it comes to Ocon, I just feel like it's gonna outperform Gasly this weekend, and next weekend is just Gasly being confirmed. It's just switching up every single time. This is vibes. Okay, most impressive team. I'm gonna pick Mercedes just based on my
Mm.
predictions. I think they're gonna have a double podium and be pretty much second fastest car. Maybe even challenge Max for the win, perhaps. If that's gonna happen, I'm gonna be really excited. So hopefully that happens.
I hate to say it, I was going to go with Mercedes as well.
Can you pick something else, please?
No.
But when it comes to predictions, just Hamilton P2 and Russell randomly P5 in the race. Like,
I never said where Russell was starting, did I?
do you
He
mean
could be starting last.
so it's like getting crashed out in quality?
I mean, that would make him the most impressive driver. I don't know. This was another one that my brother said to say. Uh, so I'm going off him. He said Lewis good, Merc good, Ocon bad, Alpine bad. So you can guess what my least impressive team's going to be.
Okay, so I have to pick something other than Alpine, which is easy to do.
To be fair, based on your predictions, Ferrari are up there as we a shout, but depends if you go for a worse team. At least I've warned you what my next pick is. I might as well put them in. Alpine, I agree with him. Alpine have the chance every few weekends to do awfully. Also, because their midfield car, them doing good and awfully is just like a flip of a dime, as we've seen for a lot of races. So I think it's a good pick.
Yeah. I think it's a salt pick. I don't really have much to say on it. Just Alpine being Alpine. This is a French one.
I've at least warned you this time, so you don't have to pick. Yeah, imagine if you picked Alpine and then I went, I'm picking Alpine as well. You'd be fuming.
I think Alpine's gonna have a pretty average weekend. Maybe like P9 and P11, that kind of
That's fair. Yeah, that's the territory. I'm talking like 14th, 15th.
So we're talking like Monza asks.
Or Crash. Yeah, we've seen them bad before.
Yep. Alright, least first team of mine. I was tempted to go with Ferrari, but I was thinking like a midfield team could do even worse. When it comes to
Yeah.
here, I would have to pick someone that does considerably worse than what I predict. Yeah, that's difficult because I could go with
You
Williams.
really
but-
hamstrung yourself. You really only have the option of Alpha Tauri because Williams are going to be fairly okay because of the long straight. Sorry, not AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo. You've put Ricardo as your top driver, so you can't really put them. Haas are always awful, and you don't want to pick the team that I said. So you've either got to go for a top team or the Alpha.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Alpha will be as bad as people might think.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fair.
Picking Haas would be like they would need it to finish last by like 20 seconds at this point. And
Yeah, there's really no point in picking us.
AlphaTauri put Ricardo's another position around. Doesn't make sense. Williams,
Yeah,
I don't feel like they'll be gonna be like super quick this weekend, but I just don't feel like they're gonna be
even with the really long
fast enough.
straight, that's Williams's bread and
Well,
butter.
Williams is like biggest advantage is the lack of drag. You
Yeah,
have to remember like the areas here is pretty thin and Williams
true, true. That's a really good point.
Williams not be as mighty powerful in the straights as they have might be before. So okay, Alpine not picking that because pick them. McLaren no way picking McLaren ever at this point. So they just might win the race anytime soon. Ferrari, yeah, probably my pick unless I go with someone else. I don't know. I just prefer pick Ferrari just to save that. Even if
Yeah, I was going to say you've really hamstrung yourself into picking one team here.
yeah, because when it comes to Ferrari, they just I know they're not really impressive when it comes to their average weekend, but they're pretty safe bet when it comes to like screwing up pit stops, crashes, and whatever. Just Ferrari being Ferrari. I guess I could get a point here if they have a not bad enough race, which obviously having grid penalties doesn't help much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think that's a good pick.
Okay. Right. Extra bold prediction. You go first because we may actually have the same one. I don't know.
Do we? Are you going to pick Verstappen Grand Slam again?
You picked first up in Grand Slam after I picked the weekend before, so I don't know how.
Hey, look, I just think I think he's quite a good driver. Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? I hate the extra bold prediction because it's such a like. You're the only one that's got points from this, by the way, apart from the banana once. I've never ever got points from this from extra prediction.
Yeah.
Uh, what was my? I was gonna say. I'll go with both Alpines retire. No, I don't think both Alpines are going to retire.
You can just go with Ocon DNF because I mean, it's
I don't think that's like weird enough though. But I'll go for it.
it's a specific driver DNFing.
Wait. Can I go one Alpine DNF?
I don't know. It's pretty likely when it comes to Alpine.
Fair enough. Ocon DNF. There you go.
All right, I can agree with that. I mean, imagine Gasly DNFs. That would be just really funny for me. I don't know. Yep. Okay.
Oh wait.
Okay.
I was gonna go.
Wait, you're changing the Gasly?
No, I was going two safety cars.
Okay. Something I actually thought about because we didn't have a safety car in like 2 races. Almost. Well, we had a safety car at the start of Qatar, but ever since then we haven't really seen even a VSC at this point. Alright,
Yeah.
Okay. I have to think of something because I haven't prepared anything.
See, it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. What do I do that's likely enough to happen, but also is bold enough to be here? Difficult.
Yeah. If you don't have like a bold enough one, I'm picking you up on it.
Yeah. I don't know if you would agree on that. This is a certain driver finishing ahead of their teammate in every single session this weekend bold enough?
It depends on the driver. Because
Okay.
if you say Alonso, it's not bold.
Okay, shit.
If you say if you say Albon, it's not bold.
So I have to pick someone who's having a teammate close enough.
Yeah, so I would ban Albon, Alonso, Verstappen, obviously, and then I guess maybe Hulkenberg
To
from
be fair,
that.
he got out qualified last weekend.
Who did?
Hulkenberg got out qualified in quali.
Okay, yeah, you can have Hulkenberg in if you want, but I'm banning Alonso, Albon, and Verstappen. They are far too good compared to their teammates.
I actually wanted to win with Leclerc, but I just feel like Leclerc's gonna have another trash Ferrari strategy.
No, I think that's a good one.
So I don't know. I guess I could pick Leclerc, but difficult. Hulkenberg is a good shout, but yeah, we'll see if Haas is just one of the drivers having insanely bad luck every single weekend. This time, it was like both of them having not really good weekends. Like they started from a pit lane, both of them, and yeah. But I'm just gonna pick Hulkenberg. You allowed it. I guess I should use this opportunity.
I mean, it's the I would say it's the next closest one, but I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a Magnussen hater and a bit of a Hulkenberg lover, so that probably doesn't help.
All right, this is a thick one, but well, I worded it correctly, so okay. Since we have free practices, free quali sessions, and a race,
Oh
that's
yeah, definitely. Although they technically only have one quali session, let's be honest.
yeah. But if like both can get into Q2, like Hulkenberg getting in P5, Magnussen P15, and then in Q2 Magnussen not qualified Hulkenberg. I mean that's not the same thing. Obviously, if you're reversing it, that it could be a point, but you don't know what it means. Basically, they need to. Hulkenberg needs to finish out of Magnussen every quali session if they get through to Q2, which is obviously a thing that doesn't have to happen. Okay.
I've allowed it.
Yeah. All right. I should not really confident in my predictions this time. I was pretty much vibes all through the last one.
You pretty much went for anti what I said, so
Yeah, it didn't really work for me when it comes to past predictions. Like when it comes to Singapore or Hungary, I think, like or Belgium even. Yeah.
I would like to point out I made my predictions after you last week and it went well. So I think that you should stick to your guns.
Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, I'm just not having the vibe as that I did last weekend when it comes to predictions. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'll get another 7 points or whatever I did. I got the record because I got 7 points last one, so I had the record for the highest score.
Yep,
Hopefully,
you do now.
yeah, hopefully I'm keeping it because it's only one sprint race till the end of the year, so perhaps.
You know what? I reckon this weekend I'm getting full points.
Oh my, imagine 14 points. Oh, actually 15 because the extra voltage. Yeah, 15 points would be well unbeatable because it's the maximum points, but we'll be really lucky. It's the exact quality race. Like, the amount of luck you would need to have to get like even the 10 points from Q1 from Q1 race. Okay, I'm just
It's not luck, it's all skill.
okay. I'll guess my skill comes from predicting Max to have his lap time deleted in quali and getting 3 points because of it. Because yeah, like I got 3 points only thanks to Max being out of track limits in the second last turn of quali. That was the
Yeah.
moment I got 3 points from quali. Yeah. All right. I guess we can wrap it up. Any last thoughts?
I'm going to win this season, and I should still have that Lawson point.
Okay, if we are like tight on points coming to like after Abu Dhabi, I'll give you the point so you
Oh,
can
I'll take that every day of the week.
but if I win by over 1 point, that means I would win anyways.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. No, I'm taking that bet.
All right. Yeah, 4 races to go. Well, may the best win, I guess. All right. Okay. When it comes to the stream, I'm going to close the stream now. Thanks everyone for watching. Who's watching this as well? Yep, that's about it. That's predictions and reaction next week. As long as obviously the race goes ahead. I know there's like a slight chance of the hurricane that's going on like Mexico ruining the race itself, but hopefully it doesn't. I don't like weather canceled races like in the Imola. So
You want more points, I understand.
yeah, I need the points on AJ next time. Because I'm 2 points behind. I see the chance. I see the like the light at the end of the tunnel. Basically the title chance. So yeah.
Was it 2 points? Oh, yeah, it is. Damn.
Only 2 points. It's been like 6, but now it's 2. Well, actually, it's been 5, but yeah, you know what I mean. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's stream. I guess I can do this, so it should work. Hopefully, no BS it work. Nice. Actually, it says stream starting, not stream ending. Okay. Guess I can close this now because it doesn't show my screen.